When Los Angeles traded Luka Doncic, no one questioned why. Well, yes, when you have such a superstar on your team, you should take him without any questions. But is this the best option for the Lakers? Actually, no, and now I will tell you why. For many years we have seen how megastars dragged their clubs in the NBA, and the key to victory was in their numbers. Because of this, Kevin Garnett moved to the Boston Celtics and began the era of super teams with Paul Pierce, Rajon Rondo and Ray Allen. Then LeBron James picked up the baton, creating another super team with his move to Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh to the Miami Heat. And already here you could see a clear formula. Gather superstars, surround them with competent role players, even the head coach played far from the first role. If Spoelstra was a very smart specialist in Miami, then when we talk about Boston, their "come on, let's go" was most likely far from being one of the main reasons for success. Then we know there were the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers, who continued their formula. Although Golden State not immediately, but only after Kevin Durant's transfer. Of course, there were champion teams where superstars were not the main, but still the key factor in victories. But everything changed dramatically this season because team coaching basketball, supported by a large core of competent performers, came to the forefront. For example, take the Indiana Pacers, a team in which many players are those guys who were not useful in other teams or were already tired of constant defeats on their way to the championship. The same Aaron Naismith was a great shooter in college, but in the NBA he has lost his throw. However, after moving to Indiana, he found it again and scored 6 threes in the last quarter of that mega comeback match with New York. Or Miles Turner, who found the strength and patience to become better in the Pacers. "I was on a trade block for about 6 years. This crap revived me." Let's combine this with the very clear leadership of the championship coach Rick Carlisle, who knows how to set up players and quickly adapt to different situations on the court, and will get a proven formula for victory. And now let's look at another team, the Oklahoma City Thunder. They were gradually built over the years and collected all these pieces for victory. It is clear that one of the players, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, grew up to be an MVP, but other basketball players developed along with him, due to which they had many competent performers, and the young and not yet arrogant squad listens well to the head coach of the team. As a result, we get coaching teams that are built solidly on trades and their own talent. Teams of a new superstar level which may not have too many big names, but clearly have those players who will become them in the future. In this regard, the Lakers are also a relatively young team, perhaps even too young. Look at Coach Redick, for example. Doncic is 26 years old and Austin Reeves is about the same age, and they also listen to the coach's instructions. But look at a superstar occupying a huge place in the team's payroll. It is clear that the Lakers are not a franchise that will develop its talents for a long time based on drafts. They will have a lot of superstars anyway, but still, looking at the current finalists and the Golden State Warriors of the 2015 and 2016 seasons in the future, these are the teams that will rise to the top at the moment, and therefore the club finds itself in a slightly tight position. After all, they simply have no choice but to hold on to big names, and rebuilding is far from the most realistic option for them. Firstly, we remember how many years the Lakers were at the bottom after Kobe Bryant left. Secondly, the team simply does not have any picks now to think about rebuilding. But in teams of a lesser scale of popularity, you will not have to face the need to find centers, think too much about a clogged payroll, and incredibly limited options for trades. Here you will have so many chess pieces that will be enough for not one, but several championship campaigns. Don't get me wrong, the Lakers did everything right. If you have a star of such a scale on the horizon, then you will take him without hesitation. But still, the formula of modern basketball will lean towards teams like Indiana and Oklahoma. Having said all this, I want to add that Doncic is only in his first season with the team. We will have to see what happens in the next tournament, and we know that sometimes one player can decide everything, like Nikola Jokic, for example. In this regard, Doncic will most likely shine to the fullest, and not always will the restructuring bring the desired result. Look at many teams that could not do this. And that's all. Thank you for watching this video. I really enjoyed making it. I hope you enjoyed watching it too. And that was Oscar from the Skar-TV channel. Good luck to everyone and goodbye.